Guy Code with Rena Osware.
Welcome to another episode of The Guy Code. I am Rena Oswai. Now, in this episode, we're going to be talking about unavailability and ghosting. Now, this is an issue that came up and has come up. I've had a lot of conversations on it with my friends and different people on this platform. I really appreciate your feedback. In that they ask me, what happens when you first interact with a lady and it's very exciting at first? Everyone is enthusiastic to interact. The engagement is very good. And within some time, it seems like it's just plateaued. You have nothing to talk about, and one of you end up ghosting the other, and you're wondering what happened. Did I misread the situation? Or is it that the chemistry was not there? Or did I do something wrong? I will say this, guys. First of all, you have to understand when you first interact with someone, in order to build an organic interaction or organic relationship, and to understand the person and to understand the kind of person you're interacting with, you need to withhold some information at first. You don't need to put all your cards on the table immediately. Retain some mystery. Do not just come in sharing your whole life story, hoping that it will keep them interested. Because we've all been there where you met this lady, you're really excited, she seems really nice, and you're trying to do everything you can do to quote unquote retain her attention because you think this is a very, person that you'll never see. She has a quality that you never seen, the kind of chemistry she understands. She laughed at your jokes that the first time you met. So you feel like you really need to pour more so that you feel that you have that feeling of, acceptance, validation, you're celebrated. And you can end up just spoiling your whole life story. No, you should not do that. Just learn to be patient. Keyword, be patient and learn to retain some mystery. Just understand that you can take your time to evaluate this person, retain some information, and just let it unfold organically. Because even you as a guy, if someone that you just met just ends up telling your whole life story to you, as in their whole life story to you, you end up wondering, okay, what is your intention? Why are you sharing all this stuff? We've just met, you don't know me. Is it that you want some help? Are you trying to set me up for something? You will also be very curious because that's not how social interactions work. So learn how to just organically interact with someone and don't share your whole life story first, even though sometimes they may ask, they may ask all these questions, all these questions, all the questions. And if you keep answering them and you end up killing the curiosity and like, oh, okay, now what I wanted to find out, I found out. And he's a cool guy, he's okay. Okay. And that may just end up as that. But if you just playfully, try and divert the situation, said, well, I still don't know you that well. We just find out later. It's understandable because as a person you're still trying to evaluate, you're still trying to understand what are they about, you know, and you don't want to share your whole life story to someone and it plateaus within maybe a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you don't know what they're going to do with all that information, who they're going to share it with, blah blah blah. You've just been totally vulnerable to who you now found out or realize is still a stranger. So learn to retain some mystery, guys. And as far as ghosting or using unavailability, law 16 of the 48 laws of power, it says that use absence to increase respect and honor. Guys, the truth is that when something is very common or always available, it is very easy to take it for granted. Let me just take an example. Maybe there's some relatives, siblings, maybe even parents that you don't keep in touch with often, right? Because we assume they're always going to be there. And these same people, when they do something for you, you will show appreciation, but not as much as if it was someone that maybe a total stranger or maybe your colleague. Because you're thinking, well, this is my brother, this is my sister. Of course, they'll do something for me. They got my back. I'm used to it. I've grown up with them, and yeah, that's no big deal. But when this person maybe is goes absent or withdraws or you can't access them anymore and they come back, you will have a renewed appreciation because now you have the feeling of how it feels not to have the benefits of their presence. Now you understand, oh, this is how this important this person was to me, but you didn't notice it because they were always there and became normal to you. Right? So this is just for the guys who you're dealing with a lady, you've gone a few dates, you interacted, you've linked up, all that stuff, and you're wondering, okay, how will I retain this interest? You already found the lady, you maybe you've been dating for some time. How will I retain this interest, this high interest, and prevent a situation where she just gets used to you, even as much maybe as interesting as you may come off or as high value may come off, it might reach a point where she's kind of used to it, and they're wondering how do you retain that interest. Well, sometimes you just need to take a break. Sometimes you just need to refrain from interacting every other time and just take some days off, maybe not talk really, or interact in a different space, because the most boring thing is routine, guys. And we understand that that's where some people find doing a 9 to 5 job, doing the same thing every single day can be really draining. And especially for anyone, and women included, if you're a high value man, you're still on your purpose, and it reaches a point where she's like, okay, yeah, this high value, he's fit, he's financially stable, he's interesting. But it reaches a point where she's just kind of used to it. She's used to the value you're providing, you know. Maybe it reaches a point where you need to maybe step back a little bit and understand and withdraw your benefits so that when you come back, she has a renewed appreciation of what you have to offer. So it's okay to use unavailability. And for some people who may think, oh, could this actually lower attraction? It could actually increase it, because more often than not, the more time you spend with someone, the more time you and more resources you invest in someone, the more you're bonded to them. So taking some time off really won't, unless they already had someone else lined up and just want to leave, they will leave. But if not, they will come back. So it's okay to use that unavailability just to withdraw a bit and let them feel how it is to be without your benefits of your presence and come back so that you even have more respect, and you have more to share. Yeah, that's just what I want to share on that, guys. Just two things you can take home. One, learn to retain some mystery when you're first interacting with a lady so that you can organically understand and interact with each other, understand the kind of person you're dealing with. And secondly, you can use the law of unavailability to increase respect and honor so that when you come back, all the benefits and the value you bring to the table will have a renewed appreciation. This has been the episode for this week, guys. I really appreciate your feedback. And until next time, we shall talk soon.
Guy Code with Rena Osware.